Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Please do not forget to click like, share a thoughtful comment, and subscribe to this channel. I am so excited to share with you my text to self connections of chapter 2, The Lie, I'll Start Tomorrow, from the book Girl Wash Your Face by Rachel Hollis. Raise your hand if you have ever made a commitment and failed to follow through. Raise one hand, two hands if that was you. Well, I'm going to raise two hands because that has been me. I have made commitments and I have failed to follow through. I'm sure you have too. But today our focus is going to be to develop a self-improvement plan in order to convert our goal into actionable steps. Now, the focus of this particular chapter was commitments and failing through to follow with those commitments. You know, those commitments in which we state to others or to ourselves, I am going to lose an X amount of pounds. I'm going to go to the gym 4 to 5 times a week. I am going to eat more nutritious foods. I am going to be kinder to others, and so forth. You get the point. And when I reflect on these particular statements and commitments that we're sharing with others, I just laugh to myself because I'm wondering what's going through the mind of our loved ones. I know they must be thinking, here she goes again. My goodness, is she really going to follow through with this plan? Oh my goodness, what type of response should I give her or him when they ask me the question? Do you believe me? Do you think I can do this? And so forth. So we're going to help ourselves and our loved ones with not having to struggle with commitments that we are sharing. As I stated, this particular chapter I really connected with because it has a lot to do with mental awareness and physical awareness. And the chapter focuses mainly on the struggle. Rachel Hollis, like many of us, has battled through making commitments, not fulfilling her commitments. And I have to say, you know, we all get frustrated and we feel like, oh my goodness, why couldn't I just stick to what my goal was? And I'm going to share with you, the reason we didn't stick with those particular goals is because we did not strategically plan. Our plan didn't work out because we stated that we wanted to commit to a particular goal, but we failed to provide the essential ingredients to prepare and plan to make that goal into actionable steps so we can see the fruition of our labor. And today I want to share with you again, as I did in the previous video, that we are fortunate because we have the ability to press reset and restart and make tomorrow a better day. So at this time, what I'm going to do with you, because I like to provide visuals when I'm sharing information, because I like people to connect with what I'm saying. And if you're like me, I'm a visual learner, so it keeps me more engaged. So I'm going to share my screen right now. Excuse me. Okay, so you should see my screen right now. And in my screen, you see that the title is Self-Improvement Plan. And I stated that, you know, we need to honor our temple because we need to display the best version of ourselves. Because this is the only temple that we are going to have, which is our body, for an entire lifetime. And Rachel Hollis even stated, she stated that when you really want something, you have to find a way. When you don't really want something, you make an excuse. So starting today, we're going to stop making those excuses and we're going to start grinding towards our goal. And in this particular slide, I included information on training your subconscious mind, which is powerful because, you know, it's mind over matter. Everything is psychological, and we need to recognize that our subconscious mind is the gatekeeper to our comfort zone. It protects us whenever we feel threatened. Therefore, we must train our subconscious mind to be willing to see that the unchangeable is able to change. That what we see as a far-fetched goal or something that's very difficult to attain, that it is attainable, that it is possible. And we need to give ourselves permission to be successful. And that's only through strategic planning. And number 3 is don't allow other people's fears to cast doubt in what your goal is. And if you looked at the first video, remember we developed 3 action steps that we were going to fulfill in order to make sure that we are tailoring our plan to help us mentally in order to deal with the stressors of the day, such as by stating 5 positive affirmations, making sure that we are recognizing that we are worth it, that our plan is attainable, that we can be successful. Because remember, when you think positive, you talk positive, and you feel positive. Remember that. And we also discussed reading the scripture. And I'm going to tell you guys, I am seeing a difference, because a chapter a day will light your way and make a brighter day. That I can say. Once again, a chapter a day will light your way and brighten your day. Start reading your scriptures. And I want you to share feedback with me of how things are changing and how your interactions with individuals are changing. It's powerful. And I have to say that number 3, I actually tailored, because remember in the first video I stated that, reflect on your day and so forth. But I have to say that reading the scripture does take me about 5 minutes daily. So I did tailor my particular plan. You may agree with me, you may not, and that's okay, because each of our plans are individualized, because we are unique individuals. So what I started doing today is, after I read the scripture, I'm utilizing my final 5 minutes to reflect on the scripture. Because when we think about what we are learning, we are putting theory into practice, and we're able to apply what we're learning in our day-to-day lives, which is powerful. Now I'm going to move forward to the next slide, because remember, we have to train our subconscious mind. That was just a little summary from the first video. And the focus of today, how to keep our commitments. We have to develop an action plan, and we need to start by writing down a small goal. It doesn't have to be an overarching goal. We can get there eventually, but let's start by writing an attainable small goal. It may be eating more healthy throughout the week, developing a monthly budget in order to meet an annual goal. An annual goal would be more of an overarching goal. And I'm sharing 3 steps on action planning, because I do have to say that I do have experience in developing action plans by following this formula. I have implemented this particular plan for weight loss at work, and to attain some educational goals. And I know for a fact it is effective. I am using it now along with you, and I hope that you join me as my tribe for a self-improvement goal, because I do want to shed a few excess weight, but I don't want to say that I'm on a diet. I want to live a healthy lifestyle so that I can release the weight, because I don't want it back. So once again, I ask that you write down your small goal. You have to write it down. When you see it, you read it, you believe it. I gave you an example as well. And for number 2, you just write down 2 action steps that you are willing to commit to in order to make that goal attainable. And make sure that your goal is a SMART goal. So for example, for my 2 action steps, in order to fulfill my goal of working out 30 minutes 4 days out of the week, I know for a fact that if it's not in my daily agenda and I don't receive notifications, I am going to find excuses not to complete the workout. And that's a pattern that I want to eliminate. So I am going to commit to placing it in my calendar, in my daily agenda, and I am going to allot that particular time from 5 p.m. to 5:30 for me. That's Michelle time. And I want you to decide what particular action step you are going to implement in order to attain your goal. And I want you to share that with me, please, in the comments of this video. And my second action step is going to be to develop a weekly schedule of the exercise routines that I want to complete for the week. Because as I told you, I'm naturally an energetic, fun person, and I do get bored easily. So I have to switch up my exercise routine, and that's another reason why I love Zumba, because I actually, it's kind of embarrassing, I Zumba hop to different gyms to interact with different groups, different instructors, different choreographies, just to keep myself entertained as I'm conducting my workout. Number 3 is critical. Critical. It's all about accountability. So you need to have a monitoring plan. How are you going to track your progress? And you have to do this daily. You have to analyze if your action steps are working, modify when necessary, and reward yourself. Reinforce yourself, at the end of the week if you have maintained your commitment, because it's all about sustaining and maintaining your commitment, and, reinforce yourself. So for example, for my monitoring plan, I have downloaded the free app called Fit On app. And this is a great app. It's free, as I stated. It also helps you track your weight goals, your nutrition goals, and it also provides you these snippets of different workouts tailored to your weight loss goal, and different instructors, different activities to keep you engaged. I love this app. I am going to share this PowerPoint to the page that you are on viewing this video, so you can have easy access to it, okay? And I wanted to share with you a scripture I read today. Very powerful. And I want you to read it individually. I am going to read it aloud. But when you pray, go away by yourself. Shut the door behind you and pray to your Father in private. Then your Father who sees everything will reward you. Matthew 6:6. And I'm a firm believer that we do have to make time with God. We have to give him time. We get so busy and bombarded throughout our day, and we tend to forget the one that we always depend on. And that's something that I am making sure with my subconscious action plan is to make time for God, so that he and I can have that conversation, and he can help guide me throughout all of my encounters throughout the day, and I can, reflect with him in solitude, because that's my time with him. And I hope you do the same. It's very powerful. And that's all I have right now. I didn't want to make this video too long. Please don't forget to like, share this video with someone that may need assistance with developing an action plan, and subscribe to this channel. I look forward to seeing you. Take care. Don't forget to rise and sparkle tomorrow.